President Biden, in his farewell address, offered a stark warning to the American people. He cautioned against the insidious creep of oligarchy. This is a system where a small, elite group wields most of the power. Biden, drawing parallels to Eisenhower's concerns about the military-industrial complex, pointed to a new threat: the tech-industrial complex. Biden's warning was particularly poignant given the economic landscape of the nation. Despite a strong economy and notable legislative victories, a sense of unease prevails. The president's approval ratings remain stubbornly low. This disconnect, Biden argued, stems from a failure to effectively communicate his administration's accomplishments to the public. This communication breakdown, Biden suggested, is not accidental. It is symptomatic of a larger issue plaguing the nation: the decline of the free press and the unchecked rise of misinformation. These two factors, he argued, have created fertile ground for oligarchic tendencies to take root and flourish. Biden's warning about the tech-industrial complex was clearly aimed at the growing influence of tech billionaires. These individuals, once seen as innovators and disruptors, have amassed unprecedented wealth and power. Their reach extends far beyond Silicon Valley, infiltrating the halls of government and shaping public discourse. The Trump administration, despite campaigning on a populist platform, epitomized this trend. Trump's cabinet was the wealthiest in American history, packed with billionaires. Tech titans like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Mark Zuckerberg were given prominent roles, their voices amplified in the corridors of power. This concentration of wealth and influence in the hands of a select few, Biden argued, poses a direct threat to democratic values. When a small group of individuals can dictate the flow of information and influence policy decisions, it undermines the very foundations of a free and fair society. Compounding the issue of tech oligarchs is the decline of the free press. This vital pillar of democracy, tasked with holding power to account, has been severely weakened in recent years. News deserts, where local journalism has been decimated, have become commonplace. Major publications have been gutted by layoffs, their resources stretched thin. At the same time, the rise of social media has created a breeding ground for misinformation. These platforms, with their algorithms designed to maximize engagement, often prioritize sensationalism and clickbait over factual reporting. The lack of rigorous fact-checking has allowed false narratives to spread like wildfire. This perfect storm of a weakened press and rampant misinformation, Biden warned, has created a citizenry susceptible to manipulation. Without access to reliable information and diverse viewpoints, the public is ill-equipped to critically assess the claims of those in power, making them vulnerable to the siren song of oligarchy. Biden's farewell address was a sobering reminder of the fragility of democracy. Despite his administration's achievements, pandemic aid, infrastructure investments, climate change initiatives, his legacy will likely be overshadowed by the growing threat of oligarchy and misinformation. The very forces he sought to combat, the concentration of wealth and power, the erosion of trust in institutions, the proliferation of falsehoods, have created a climate where his message struggles to be heard. The irony is not lost on him. Biden's parting words were not a concession of defeat, but a call to action. He urged vigilance, imploring the American people to guard against the allure of simplistic solutions and to defend the institutions that underpin their democracy. The fight against oligarchy, he warned, is a perpetual one, requiring constant vigilance and a commitment to truth and justice.